Politics are an interesting topic where there's
Yeah,
a
I do.
borderline, there's like a safe
But I think
place that you
there's
can
plenty of
talk.
ways to talk about politics without getting into like an argument, like the way we're talking about it. Because there's things you can agree on.
And also
Like,
just agree to disagree.
Hey you there in the black screen. I'll try to make this quick, but if you could just scroll down to the description and click the subscribe button, that really helps out the channel. I don't know how much it helps out you, but it really helps out me. Enjoy the rest of the video.
On things that we don't agree on.
yeah,
Example, you might like Trump, I might not like him so much.
I
But we
don't
can
like
just
either of them.
hold
I
those
think
opinions.
they both suck. But I think,
I completely agree.
but I do think, I think Biden can fuck it up more. I'm not. Oh, I just like that
Hmm.
one. No, I think Biden like it's so difficult too because it's all variables. Like people are blaming this entire thing on Trump. I don't think it's on. I don't think it's blame on him. I'm not even trying right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like too deep in thought. Um,
I get
but it's
so
definitely not
annoyed
on him
whenever I
because
hear.
if you look at the rest of the world, it's just as bad, if not worse, than America. It's
I
100%
hate it
the
when
American public because you look at like people just not wanting to wear masks and stuff. That's not Trump. I mean, yeah, that's kind of Trump's fault. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't want to wear a mask, but it's not his fault that the American people just don't listen to scientists either. But like it's the same
oh,
with like Hillary. It's pretty on the outside but ugly on the inside. I think that's the same that applies with Joe Biden. Is that he comes out as this appealing, world changing kind of person, but he might fuck up really bad in a way worse than Trump ever could. And
I feel like there's too many unknowns with
yeah,
Biden.
there is 100%. But I think
'Cause we've dealt
yeah,
with Trump
exactly.
shit for 4 years.
Trump is 100. Trump is you see what you get, exactly what you get. Everything you see on the media is the worst that Trump has ever done. Whereas Biden, you have no clue what he's done because the media won't report on it.
Yeah, that's another case of what I
And
like to call.
even the people who do will probably just get buried by dislikes and stuff that so far that they can't do anything about it, and no one will ever see their viewpoint. What might even be the truth viewpoint. That's why I think my mom watches what they call the Tagesschau, which is the German news, because they report facts. They don't report opinions, and I think that applies to a lot of different foreign news stations because that's what news is
Oh,
supposed to be. It's not supposed to be
well,
some funny.
it's also
It's not supposed
illegal in a lot of
what news or opinions in news.
opinions,
Well, I think it should
just
be.
in
I
general.
think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be illegal in the United States. It's just
To have an opinion.
but it's really the freedom of media. It's not like the
It,
government is funding media. It's funded by private corporations, and it's freedom of speech. So if they pay to be on the news station, no one can stop them. There's nothing illegal about it.
it's true.
Like they could.
There's
Oh,
freedom
hold
of
on.
speech
I need to kick Mark from that. Yeah, it's
in the
freedom of.
party.
You can argue it as freedom of speech.
Wait,
There's
keeping
nothing
from
you can
what?
do about it because. Are you ready to continue playing or?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay.
This is actually really pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick you
And
to the party so me and Thorin can do duels. Um, but it's just like, and there's the worst part is there's nothing you can do about it. Like literally, there's nothing you can do about it.
yeah, I find something what I like to call my radical thoughts. Essentially, they're just my thoughts that are what I like to call more radical
Logical and yeah.
and other. They're
Well,
radical in the
actually,
sense of
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
very different and differ from what
I
normally.
definitely have those
Not
like
like radical thoughts as in I want to kill people, but radical thoughts.
you know that movie. I forgot what it was called, but I think it had like Jake Paul or something, where it was about like getting rid of the dumb people and only the people who are smart taking the test would pass and would continue the generations.
Oh,
I don't think that's that much of a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. I completely agree with that. I think dumb people
I
are.
also think that
Okay. I have to actually object with that.
okay.
A lot of a lot of the things that actually
Is it
exist
because
in
you think you're
reality.
stupid, Kamari?
No. I'm
He
actually
thinks he would
serious.
fail.
Okay.
But
Think,
I'm
like if we were all smarter, we would never actually actually be eating cooked food. Like we would
What?
never found out what bread is. We would never found out that milk is. We would
Yeah,
we
but
would
at this
not.
point, in my opinion, I don't think it's that type of. We're not trying
Yeah,
to
but
find
like
those type of discoveries. We're trying to find how to control a black hole and turn it into infinite power. That kind of thing. That you
oh
need big brains for that. That's not the
An
type of.
example,
mm, yeah,
the
but
kind of tomfoolery that was normally accomplished by
why don't
an
we just turn it?
example,
Okay.
milk. Drinking
Some
milk, figuring out
some
milk.
weird person just straight up went to a cow was like, this shit tastes good.
And then
Oh,
and then
that shit tastes bad. Let's put sugar on it.
or and then and
Make it
or
taste
and or and then let's let it ferment and put
yeah,
bacteria in it,
let's
and that'll make
purposefully
it
leave this
taste
thing
better.
out.
Oh yeah, and if you leave it out there for too long, it becomes hard and becomes
Better.
bitter
Chunky.
too. Better. Oh,
But like
Okay,
I
I'm
also
really
think
concerned
I
about
also
the
think
person who
like
thought
even the
about
chocolate,
chunky
the
people.
microwave was an accident because some dumb person was
yeah
eating
yeah.
on the job.
Well, it wasn't dumb.
Oh,
He was trying
okay.
to. What was he trying to do again? He was trying to make like a heater for like a house heater or something. And he had a chocolate
I
bar
mean,
in his pocket, and it melted the chocolate bar. He wasn't a dumb person.
Mhm.
He was an inventor, and or he was working at a company.
see,
Yeah,
that's the
but
difference. An inventor gets
no one told
paid.
him. But no one
Half a
Stupid
told
heart.
him
people
to do
do
that.
it regularly.
Half a heart. Half a heart. I think you had half a heart. Oh, I'm not
I had
facing the
one
right
heart.
way. I wasn't facing the right way. I was facing away from the bridge. Oh, I hate the way that you do this. It just makes it annoying. Oh my god.
That's the main point, Daniel.
Uh,
It's to
I,
make it
I,
as annoying as possible while
yeah,
as easy for
but
me to do.
I also think we should remove modern healthcare. I I think there's a whole bunch of things we can do to improve the gene pool. I think we should I mean it to me it's very controversial, but the thing is I'm not willing to take part in one of my radical ideas if I'm not willing to like sacrifice my own family and myself if I don't match the criteria. Like I think people who have disease like cancer should die. I mean, like,
I agree with that. They don't the per people dying from cancer are not going to be the next Bill Gates. Let's be real.
well, I'm also saying because the cancer is a genetic disease, unless you're exposed to radiation, which I would say most cases aren't. So if you're able to remove
Imagine,
it from the gene pool, that
and
cancer,
everybody is safe.
then cancer is gone.
I,
Like
I
you
was
will
I was
eventually
right there.
eliminate cancer. And I think the same. And if you start breeding humans to be more immune, like just selectively breeding humans in general. I'm not talking like some sort of Hitler type thing where we're like only a certain race or something or ethnicity, but I'm talking based on genetic history.
Daniel, that would be discriminatory.
I know, but it reminds me of the type of stuff that would go on in like The Gatherer, or that's what it was called, right? The Gatherer. That book we read in like sixth grade or something.
I wasn't at park, or yeah, I wasn't at park by sixth grade, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Tamar, do you remember that book we read about that like
Um.
utopia world? Was it The Gatherer?
Oh. Yeah. The whisperer.
Whisperer?
It was the something. He had the
Yeah.
power to
Great
like.
Gatsby.
No.
They
Okay.
fucked up that movie so bad there.
The
It
Great
was alright.
Gatsby.
No, the Gatherer. I think it was called The Gatherer. But
It was the
basically,
whisperer.
you sure?
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up. Oh, the block. There was a hole. There was a hole. You lag out so bad. Like I hit you, and then 2 seconds later, it just thank you for the
Okay.
boost.
Hmm.
And I think this, and I think,
No
but
wonder.
I think suicide drugs should be allowed. I think people should be allowed to commit suicide. But I think they should like, I think it should be normalized as something that you communicate. Like if you really don't want to live, you should tell it to your like family, and then you should be able to take your own life. If it's really not worth living.
Like, it's not that hard to fucking.
I agree with
but I
that,
think it
but
should be, but I think it should
I
be normalized to open up about it, so that
You
if
fucking get put. Literally, if you open about having to deal with suicide, they
well,
either literally.
I'm talking about this
don't-
utopian future that that would be ideal.
I hate it.
The thing is, almost all utopias are turned to shit.
That's
Wait,
true.
did you win?
As somebody, oh, you did.
Oh, okay.
I have, like how I said before, I had my radical thoughts. I hate the what is commonly normalized now, just
In
in
what way?
general.
Not being bullied. Hold up. Let me
Uh,
talk about. Let me talk about. Kids need to be bullied. Like, yo, we got fucking weirdos out here now. Like
We-
back in the.
but I also think kids need to be disciplined. Not necessarily,
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
not necessarily physically. I would emotionally discipline. I always just took punishments very harshly. Like just disappointing my parents, I always took it very harshly.
But some people don't care about that. That's
I
the
know.
kind of kids
That's
that
the
I
issue.
believe
That's the issue.
need.
But you also can't
I
beat them to
think
the point of like where they start to become the bully and they take it out on other people. There has to be like a perfect balance
I agree and
where
I disagree.
where you're
I
forming a good person.
Oh, but like that.
difference
If it
between a
wasn't for the bullies, I wouldn't know how to fucking snap a neck in 3 ways.
Well, like I never had bullies. My parents just enrolled me in karate because I was a limp little white boy.
Wait, hold on. That's the reason why you went to karate.
No,
I went to karate because
I went to
my
karate
mom.
because my parents
Okay,
wanted me not around the house. I went to karate
okay,
because my parents wanted me to have a hobby.
okay. Back in the day when my thug levels were
back in
high.
the day.
Back in the day when my thug levels are high.
If
I was
anything, I
I was
got bullied
actually
more at
fucking
karate
good.
than I did in school.
When you go to the place to not get bullied, you just get
Yeah,
bullied
in
more.
the very beginning, I didn't realize they were bullying me, but apparently they were. Now that I think about it, like he would just put me in chokeholds and like give me a noogie. I thought he was just being friendly, but apparently he was bullying me.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was a violent kid when I was a fucking
Yeah,
5, 10 years.
scary to think. Like I think there were times when I was a bully, and I think that's scary to think about. But I don't think they ever took it that way. I think they just took it as me trying to be friendly.
I sent a kid to the hospital as a fucking kid. I literally broke a vending machine glass with some kid's head.
Oh, damn. Well, didn't you like bite someone's ear off in like school?
No, I hit him like I hit him so hard in the back of the head with a lock. He passed out. Went to the hospital. 16
That why you
stitches.
went? That why you went to military school?
How did you not
No, I
like get arrested for that? How did you not like go to juvenile detention?
don't
Is
think
that
it's
what they?
my.
Is
I
that what
don't
they
know.
meant by military school?
That nigga was knocked the fuck out too.
I've always wanted to have like an actual like friendly fight where we like go full out, but like, I want there to,
Intention.
I still want there to be anger there, but I don't want it to be like actually trying to kill each other. Like the
When you
closest
go
thing
into a fight, that is the mentality you have to
yeah,
have.
You
I
can
know,
do it.
but
You
the
can do
closest thing
friendly
I've ever
fights.
gotten was like, because I've never actually like punched someone full. Like I've always resisted myself because I don't want to hurt someone.
It's fair.
Like I've gone out like friendly fighting. It either goes into
Like
one
I
is
played like stick fights with friends and stuff, but never like trying to chop each other's
okay.
heads off.
You've never been okay. Friend
Well,
fights don't end out right.
Jonathan once like we I don't know what we were doing, but I was on the roof and we were playing like tag or something, and I jumped off the roof like a 12-foot jump, and he started beating me with a stick when I got to the bottom, and then I just started wailing on him. Like, and I was so like confused because like I literally just jumped off a roof and I was just lying there in pain, and he just started beating me with a stick.
I like how his first reaction was not to ask if you're okay, but to beat you
Well,
with a
especially
stick.
in the old days, Jonathan was very competitive and argumentative. Like,
connected to it.
why are you watching porn?
Like two.
Kimari, we can hear.
I just wanted. I just felt like playing it.
Is that close?
Have you ever seen like the English memes where it's like, oh my god, you're so fucking deep, but it's like after a Shakespeare quote or something, like English teachers be like,
So fucking deep. I feel like there should be a day where I could just go out and just kill people just because.
that's the purge.
Like,
That's called the
I
purge.
feel no, I feel
That's
like the
called the
purge is like
purge.
I'll be healthy being fine with the purge. I might have enemies, but
And you'll
like
know.
No, I
I might
saved
have
myself
enemies.
3 times too. Hold on,
I would like the purge doesn't sound like an actual bad idea.
how are you not dead? I think it sounds like a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a bad idea in the future, yes. Like now and again, we just fucking get everything legal for 24 hours. Fucking, what are you gonna like? Half people
How
aren't
did
even
you
gonna
kill me
fucking
with a
participate.
pickaxe before I killed you with an iron sword?
You're bad.
Like you know what's gonna happen during the purge? Every drug dealer is gonna come together and just make a whole bonfire of drugs and just fucking burn that shit.
Weed should be
That
illegal though.
that's
Like that's dumb. That it's
Weed is
illegal.
weed isn't strong enough to fuck you up. You have to actually be addicted to it for it to like actually mess with you.
And also the fact that like nicotine is is legal, but it does way more damage than marijuana.
Yo, nicotine does way more damage than weed.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally like marijuana is weed. Mari.
Oh wait,
I was
ganja
saying
weed.
the scientific names. I said nicotine, so I said marijuana.
Yo, marijuana is too long. Just say kush.
bro, marijuana.
Mary Jane.
Mary Joanna.
Is that a request?
What? No.
Is that a request or a threat?
I don't mind either.
I think you're gonna have to go through Cameron first though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
When did that start? Where they're like fake married,
Like yo,
but not
I
even
don't know.
dating? Why is that just like a meme now?
Half the stuff Cameron says, I just take as a joke.
Yeah, I mean you should because you
Shit,
just
I was
moaned
scratching
into
my
the
eye.
phone. Now you made me realize that my back itches. Why you have to do this? Oh, stop. Cease. 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 Oh.
Send desist. Yeah, I have. I would say I have pretty radical thoughts.
Next topic, anyone? What are we talking about?